The Galactic War Academy's most prestigious combat simulation had been running for 17 standard cycles, and Warlord Kethvar had dominated every iteration. Standing 9 feet tall with chitinous armor naturally evolved for warfare, the Xerian commander had crushed opponents from 43 different species. His bioelectric claws could slice through battle steel, his tactical mind processed battlefield data at superhuman speeds, and his species had conquered 17 star systems through pure military might. Today, however, something unusual was about to occur. "Another late edition," grumbled General Thoxmuse, his crystalline body refracting the simulation chamber's lights into prismatic patterns. "These humans are disrupting protocol. The simulation has already adapted to 27 participants." The newest edition stood barely 5.5 feet tall, with unremarkable brown hair tied in a simple ponytail. Cadet Sarah Chin wore the standard academy uniform, looking almost comically small next to the assembled warriors from across the galaxy. While other species boasted natural weapons, psychic abilities, or technological integration, she carried only standard-issue gear. "Participants, prepare for Tactical Scenario Omega-7, announced the AI Overseer. "Urban warfare, limited resources, last entity standing wins. Simulation begins in 30 seconds. The virtual cityscape materialized around them, a bombed-out metropolis with crumbling skyscrapers, narrow alleys, and strategic choke points. Sarah found herself spawned in the industrial district, while Kethvar materialized atop the central command tower, immediately claiming the high ground advantage. Within minutes, the simulation descended into chaos. The Zalorian berserkers charged through main streets, their rage-enhanced strength demolishing barriers. The Kylo's assassins vanished into shadow networks, stalking prey with deadly patience. The Terran Marines from the outer colonies moved in disciplined formations, their power armor gleaming. Sarah did something unexpected. She ran away. "Coward!" snarled Captain Valdrim, a 6-armed hegemony warrior. "Typical Deathworlder behavior, all reputation, no substance." But Sarah wasn't fleeing in panic. She was observing. While others engaged in spectacular battles, she mapped patrol patterns, identified resource caches, and noted structural weaknesses in the urban environment. Her species had survived Earth not through individual strength, but through pattern recognition and adaptive thinking. The combatants fell one by one. The Zalorians' berserker rage made them predictable targets. The Kylo's assassins, despite their stealth, followed logical hunting protocols that Sarah's ancestors had learned to counter while evading apex predators. The disciplined Marines fell to superior firepower from entrenched positions. By hour 4, only 3 remained: Kethvar, controlling the central district with overwhelming firepower, a consortium mech pilot with heavy artillery, and Sarah, who had somehow avoided every major engagement while the others eliminated each other. Kethvar's tactical analysis was flawless. He'd positioned himself perfectly, controlled ammunition supplies, and maintained superior elevation. When the mech pilot finally challenged him for the central tower, Kethvar's lightning-fast reflexes and bioelectric attacks made short work of the mechanical suit. "Human," Kethvar's voice boomed across the simulation as he scanned for his final opponent. "Show yourself. Face me with honor." Sarah emerged from what appeared to be a maintenance tunnel, carrying something that made the observing generals lean forward in confusion. It wasn't a weapon. It was a standard emergency beacon, modified with spare electronics. "I'll face you," she called up to the tower. "But not up there." Kethvar laughed, a sound like grinding stone. "You expect me to abandon my superior position? Human foolishness knows no bounds." "No," Sarah said calmly, activating her improvised device. "I expect the building to come down." The beacon emitted a specific frequency, not random, but calculated. Sarah had spent 4 hours analyzing the simulation's structural damage algorithms. The tower had absorbed hits from energy weapons, explosive rounds, and seismic charges. Each impact had created microfractures and predictable patterns based on the simulation's physics engine. The frequency matched the building's compromised resonance point exactly. The central tower collapsed in a cascade of concrete and steel. Kethvar, for all his tactical brilliance and physical superiority, plummeted 9 stories into the rubble. The simulation registered his elimination instantly. In the observation deck, stunned silence gave way to incredulous chatter. "She spent the entire simulation preparing one move," whispered General Thock's muse. "While everyone else was fighting, she was engineering a victory condition." Sarah dusted herself off as the simulation dissolved around her. "On Earth," she said quietly, "we learned early that the strongest predator isn't always the one with the biggest claws. Sometimes it's the one that changes the rules of the game." Warlord Kethvar materialized beside her as the simulation ended, his expression unreadable. After a long moment, he extended one massive claw in what might have been respect. "Humans," he rumbled, "are terrifying for all the wrong reasons.